Hello everyone. Today we discuss about Class 8 Chapter 8 Civilizing the Native, Educating the Nation. In this lesson we learn about the educational policy of British during British administration in India. The first topic is the tradition of Orientalism. In 1783, William Jones arrived in Calcutta. He was appointed as a junior judge in Supreme Court by company officials. He studied Greek and Latin at Oxford University. He was a great linguist. Linguist means a person who knows several foreign languages. He knew Persian, Arabic, French and English language. His friend tried him to thought an hour for subtitles of Sanskrit languages, grammar and poetry. He also studies Indian texts like law, philosophy, religion, politics, morality, arithmetic and medicine. John set up Asiatic Society of Bengal and started journal in the name of Asiatic Researchers. Johns and his friend Colebrook discovering ancient texts, understanding their meaning, translating and making their findings others to learn. British started Madrasa at Calcutta in 1781 to promote Arabic, Persian and Islamic law. Madrasa is a college. And also started Hindu College at Benares in 1791 to encourage the study of ancient texts useful for administration of the country. The next topic is grave errors of the East. There is a lot of criticism against Orientalism. James Mill, a severe critic against Orientalism. From early 19th century, many British officials began to criticize the Orientalist vision to learning. Thomas Babington Macaulay was the serious critic about Orientalism. He said, a single shelf of good European library was worth whole native literature of India and Arabia. He also said there was no use in promoting Oriental learning and he emphasized the need to teach English language in India so that they can study the finest language of the world. Following Thomas Babington Macaulay's words, English Education Act of 1835 was established in India and they stopped Madrasa and Hindu College. The next topic is Education for Commerce. In 1854, Court of Directors of English East India Company sent an educational dispatch to Governor General of India was issued by Charles Wood. He was the president of English East India Company during that period. This dispatch is known as Wood's Dispatch. It framed the outline of educational policy of India. It was opposed to Oriental knowledge. It emphasized practical benefits of European learning. It also recognized the advantage that flow from the expansion of trade and commerce. Introducing European learning would begin to appreciate and buy goods in Europe. 1854's dispatch has established education department in India. In 1857, universities were established in Calcutta, Madras and Bombay. This picture shows Bombay University during 1857. Pathasalas. There was also the local schools in India during British administration. During 1830s, William Adam, Scottish missionary, toured the districts of Bengal and Bihar and submitted the report about Pathasalas. These districts had more than 1 lakh Pathasalas and had 20 lakh children studying in this. They named the teacher as Guru. It was the language in vernacular. Vernacular means local languages. There is no separate classes, register numbers, bench and chairs. Guru taught students according to their needs. Students was not separate for their religions and castes. After 1854, British introduced new rules. Government pandits were appointed for 4 or 5 schools to supervise. So each government pandit would supervise 4 or 5 pathasalas. The task was to visit the schools and improve the standard of teaching. Guru had to submit periodic reports to government pandits. The next topic is Gandhiji's thought about English language. Mahatma Gandhi strongly felt that English language was encouraging dependence of Indian people into British administration. So he strongly felt that Indian language ought to be the medium of teaching. Education in English crippled Indians distance them from their own land. Tagore's abode of peace, Shantiniketan. Rabindranath Tagore established an institution in 1901 in a rural setting away from Calcutta. It named as Shantiniketan. His school is to be help the children to think creative, explore and self-learning. Children could cultivate their natural creativity. Rabindranath Tagore was emphasized the need to teach modern Western civilization as science and technology at his Shantiniketan along with dance, art and music. It was only after the introduction of Education Act in 1870 schools were opened by government and compulsory schooling was introduced. The most important education thinker during that period was Thomas Arnold. He was the headmaster of private school called Rugby. Thank you.